Let's see, where am I? I'm in Middletown.
You are in
Yeah,
Middletown.
I'm at the.
So I'd like to make sure everybody knows correctly that the big picture, the big umbrella is the William F. Moran Museum and Foundation Incorporated.
Yes.
A 501c3 nonprofit.
Yes.
And the building that we're in right now is the W.F. Moran Bladesmith and Artisan Academy.
Yes.
So lots of titles.
Yes, and you are right now the.
Well, I'm the president.
Head honcho.
Well, I guess you could say that. I'm the president of the foundation. Of the museum and foundation, and I'm the director of the school of the academy.
Yes, yes. And you just spent quite a bit of time with me telling me the story of Bill Moran. So fascinating, and really someone to be revered for what he actually accomplished on his own, just trying to figure things out. I love that. And being right from here in the Frederick County area. Yeah.
Being a native of Frederick County is, so many times I think we take small things like that for granted. But Bill, he wasn't just a person from Middletown and where he had a shop, but from Frederick County, from Maryland, from the United States. I mean, it just expands out.
Yeah, and became one of the most well-known or.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fame has a way of dwindling with age and years, but his consistency of notoriety has been really, really, really great. And that's part of our mission statement, is to keep his mission and his notoriety alive. We continue that by doing things like this. We do outreach to schools. Tomorrow I'm going to a nursing home, a retirement home, to give a talk about Bill Moran. And then we keep our museum updated, and we have things like our knife show coming up.
Yes, and not being a knife person myself, you can't help but be in awe of the beauty of the designs and what he was able to create from steel, and even the leather and the ivory, and all of that is just really amazing, to be honest.
Well, it is. And, the thing that has always amazed me is that so many people have a connotation of knives of being a weapon. But these really, he coined the term art blades. And they are a masterful thing of beauty. I mean,
they really are.
And to have that type of passion to continue to create and do things different, and to want it to be so well preserved. It's just it is fantastic. And he was such a craftsman. He could do so many things. And a few things that I pointed out to you. Anything from the leather work to the woodworking to sculptures. The artistry was just there.
Yeah, which is pretty incredible. So he really hit his prime in the 60s and 70s, would you say?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, he'd been very well sought after as a knife maker up through the 40s and 50s. When the Vietnam War came, he had another insurgence of popularity. He was making a lot of knives for the military, for individual servicemen. And, with that insurgent came popularity. He was not one to really seek out the spotlight, but it just came as a result.
Well, when you do good work, that's what happened. All right, so this Saturday, you guys are having a show. You happen to be bringing in some pretty even I knew who was coming when you talk about Forged in Fire, right?
Right, that's right.
And that's the show I know my husband has watched before as well. And you have 3 of the judges that are coming on Saturday.
We do, yeah. It's October 19th from 10 to 4. We have Ben Abbott, we have Dave Baker, and we have Jay Nielsen. 3 out of the 4, ain't bad. Doug, I talked to him, and he said he would love to have come, but he was already scheduled for something.
Another engagement,
But,
All right, and so what is going to happen on the day? How do you see the day going?
Well, like I said, we start at 10 o'clock. That's when the show officially opens. We have 34 tables of knife makers set up.
Wow.
So, it's great to have Ben and Dave and Jay here, but we also have then, 31 other knife makers that are going to be here presenting their knives. Part of the qualification to do this is you must be a member of the foundation, and you must have at least 5 forged blades on your table.
Wow.
So these are all for sale. Everything's for sale. Ben and Jay, and I think Dave also said that they would all have knives for sale at their tables. So
very cool.
it is a time to showcase all of the makers. Most of the makers, are local enough that they come here, they come to our meetings, and they participate here at the academy.
Yeah, which is very cool. So when I went to the website to figure out who you guys were and why I was going to be talking to you, I saw some of the classes. I actually added the classes we have an Everything Frederick calendar, and I put them on there, even though they're very small, and I'm sure they sell out pretty quickly. But I think it's really interesting for people to know that you can actually come and learn in the place or adjacent to the place that Bill Moran actually created his works, and very cool to learn that stuff. So who teaches that?
Well, so we have a couple of different ways that we end up with instruction. So when we're talking about just the knives themselves or bladesmithing, knife making, we have a primary instructor. His name is Ed Clark. He's a journeyman smith. We have Mike Diener, who's an apprentice smith. And then we have various other makers that come in for all different other disciplines. The president of I talked to you about the American Bladesmith Society. He was here to teach a class on metallurgy. And, so Jay Nielsen, that's how we first got involved with Jay. Jay came here and taught two classes, I think.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So, and we are looking to increase that. As a matter of fact, we're looking to have a class of all female.
Oh.
That's what I'd really like to do. I'd like to have a class of just female, because some people get the idea, well, not that I have 19-inch biceps, but you got to be this big hawking person, but you don't. Some of the most wonderful bladesmiths out there are female. They have an eye for symmetry and artistry, and it's just they just do beautiful work. So I'd like to have a class where the ladies don't feel pressured by having 275-pound half Hulk Hogan beside them pounding away, where they can do the work and learn.
That would be great. Well, when you're ready to do that, we'll definitely put it out there. Good. But you're going to want to come check it out. It's a beautiful museum and building dedicated to somebody who really, you can tell, loved his craft. Perfected some of the, just beautiful patterns. And I learned about Damascus blades. My husband actually, we saw one actually a couple of nights ago at an auction. And he said, "Oh, that's a Damascus." I said, "What is that?" And he told me, and then I just saw the one here. So yeah, really, really interesting. It is this Saturday, 10 to 4, the W.F. Moran, right? Museum?
Well, almost.
Okay.
W.F. Moran Bladesmith and Artisan Academy.
Gotcha. That's where we are.
And then the William F. Moran Museum and Foundation.
There you go. A lot of names, but all you need to know is it's right down in Middletown. We're going to put the website and all the information on screen for you. Come on down, 10 to 4, check it out. And if you have any people who really do love knives, they're going to want to be here as well. Really appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much. And I started to say, and I'll just add this real quick.
Sure.
Even if people don't fully appreciate a knife itself, it's really the artistry and the mastery of doing this type of stuff, from woodworking to the leather work and all that. To me, as somebody that has no talent, to me, that's what appeals to me as much as anything.
Yeah, agree, 100%.
Just seeing how these guys can, end up taking a raw piece of steel or a piece of leather and just turn it into something that's beautiful.
Yes, I agree, 100%. All right, well, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.